this is Alan Chin again, and welcome to the 4th series of the Newbie photography tutorial. And this time what we will talk about on the 3 basic elements of photography, which is aperture. So aperture, so this kind of name is kind of complicated. Really? Not at all. The aperture is just like our eyes, the iris of the eyes. And when you're facing quite a bright sun or something that is hurt your eyes, and you have to close it down to avoid your eyes hurt. On the opposite, if your eyes facing a very dark conditions, you have to open your eyes big to see and absorb more light condition. Same as the camera itself, aperture is measured by the f number, and when about the aperture going high, let's say the f number is high, you have to close down to be even smaller to absorb the light through the sensor. Same goes when the f number's going low, which means you are open wider to absorb a lot of light. So let's see how it is actually the details. So it's measured by the f numbers. Okay, so this is the f number, and the next thing is how the number is to be measured actually. Let's pick a number which is called f1.4. So this is considered as small numbers of f number, or known as small numbers of aperture. So what does it mean actually? It is called open wide. Okay, open wide means what? Open wide means you absorb a lot of light. Okay, so more light going through the sensor, the aperture, the number should be smaller. So the next thing is about when it comes to big number. Okay, let's pick a number called f22. So this is big number, right? So when it comes to a big number, it is considered as the light is absorbed little through the lens. So when it comes to smaller aperture, you need a lot. For equal exposure, you need a lot of time to absorb the light. So same goes with other numbers such as the f4, f8, f11, and so on. So when it comes to this, we call it close down, or no, closing down to be exactly, is when the f number is getting bigger and bigger. So when it comes to from big number to small number, which is called open wide. So what does it mean? It means that you can start absorb a lot of light through the sensor and via the lens. So this is how the aperture always work in most of the situations. Besides that, aperture numbers give you a lot of advantage on shooting low light conditions or indoor as well. And we'll talk more about how the scenes will be when the f number is going high. So when f number is going high, okay, means that the scenes that you will see is all sharp enough. So means that you will get an even clearer picture on every details. But when it comes to a very low numbers of f, which means open wide, you may result some of the situation, which is, let's say, the first thing, which is the subject is sharp, okay, and another thing is your background is blur. So means that it's all simplified way to more concentrate on the objects. So by the throwing the backgrounds away, so which means that you can concentrate on the subject itself as the picture simplify it. So the second thing you might facing, which is everything is sharp. That is determined, all this situation is determined by your focal length of the lens, which is we will be taught about later on the next few series of the newbie photography tutorials. So that's all for now for the Aperture series on the newbie photography tutorial. I'm Alan Chin, signing off.